white, pink, red, blue. What's next? Red? Isn't red supposed to be the one that goes first? Not blue. I hope there's no more blues. What if I wake up and there's more than one gone? Would that even be so bad? Less painful in a way. At least it would be over with, like ripping off a plaster. What's it going to be then? Green? Red? Gold? Shit, I missed one. I need to keep this all in. Green, gold, red, orange, white, purple, pink, green, red, gold, orange, green, purple, white, grey, grey.
Daryl.
Huh? What? Oh,
Everything all right?
yeah.
Bullshit. You've been sat here for hours. What's going on? And don't say nothing because I swear to God I will thump you. So what is it? Life got you down? Feeling blue?
Lydia? Has it gone foggy out?
Of course not, you sod. I don't know what you're doing, but we haven't the time for it. Come on, we need to go.
Hi, Daryl. I'm Dr. Matthews. Look at your file here. It says 10 years ago you had an operation on your retinal phototransduction pathway to correct some monochromatopsia. Is that right? Well, I'm sure they told you this at the time, but that operation is still in its early stages and couldn't guarantee a 100% success rate. Do you understand? Daryl, I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. I'm afraid this can happen sometimes. Not every operation is successful forever. Your loss of color is not something you are going to be able to recover from, I'm afraid. Your retinal phototransduction pathway that we operated on has become damaged again. It couldn't take the extra strain we put on it. In time, you will return to monochromatic vision. I don't know how long that will take. I'm sorry.
Red, green, gold, blue. Red, green, gold, grey. Red, green, grey, grey. Red, grey, 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 grey. Once I woke up in the middle of the night from a nightmare or something. All works. Sweating, shaking, all of it. And I remember looking around the room and not knowing if I'd lost my vision or not. Because I think everyone sees a monochromatic at night. It's all grey and black. But in those moments, until I turned that light on, I didn't know if I had lost those colours. It's happening. They're just First blue went, then it was green, and now red's starting to go too. I'm in this weird halfway house where I can't see full colour anymore, but it's not full grayscale yet. I walk to the park and the sky will be grey and the grass will be grey. I'll walk off the grey pavement and I'll be really good at finding daffodils or buttercups or dandelions. I'm really good at finding those. For now. I wish it had happened in reverse. I wish some fucker had drilled a machine into my eye or into my brain, and every couple of days it'd just pick a colour for me and turn it on. Wake up and the world would be green. I'd see all the green. It doesn't have to be green. It can be blue, it can be red, whatever. The point is, I could have time to appreciate that colour before another one would get switched on in a couple of days or whatever, and I could do it all again. And then, one day, when they were all finished with me, you just yank the plug, turn it off, and I'd wake up one morning completely colourblind again. World would just be grey and black. Yeah, it'd be traumatic. But I think I could cope with that. Because what's actually happened is I got it all at once and it didn't work. Sometimes I wake up and there's a colour gone. More and more grey returns. Couldn't get rid of it, I guess. I lose more and more of the world the more I sleep. More of my world disappears. It's not even a nightly basis. It could be a couple of days, could be a couple of months maybe, but sometime in the near future when I open my eyes, I'll be fully colourblind again. And I am terrified of that day. One in 30,000. Should buy a lottery ticket or something. I like my porridge oats. Hearty. Not too flavourful, but they're a good base for anything you want to put them with. But imagine that all you had to eat was oats. I mean, there's worse fates, and you can absolutely do that. But just once, if you try something with those oats, a bit of fruit, a bit of sugar, a bit of honey, then that's going to stick with you. I red, green, gold, blue. I don't see that anymore. Just grey. Didn't last forever. About 10 years. That was my experience with colour. All done now, and at the mercy of my memory. You'd think they'd be using colours other than gold out there. I can tell you they're gold for a bunch of reasons. Because I've told myself they are. Because that's how I remember fireworks. Golden explosions in a void of black, and that grey is slightly different from all the other ones surrounding it, but for all that, I'll never know if it's real gold. I can guess, especially now I know what things are supposed to look like, but that's all it is. A guess. People aren't heartless when they know, and I ask what colour things are supposed to be, they're usually quite happy to tell me what it is, but sometimes they look at me with pity or treat me like I'm disabled. But no, thanks, I don't need you to point out a stone in the path. I have a chromatopsia, I'm not blind. And honestly, I am terrified of getting older and having so much to remember that all those colours just puff out. And one day I'll wake up and not remember what gold was. Just what it is. A shade of grey.